Hi, class. I'm your classmate, Matt Waters, and I want to show you how I use Pear Deck to supplement my upcoming ICE presentation on Dear America by Jose Antonio Vargas. So yeah, I basically we're going to make 40-minute presentations, and Pear Deck was extremely helpful. It's basically this application where you can make your Google Slides much more interactive for students to use. And then as the teacher, you can kind of observe how they're performing. Uh, and that's really helpful. And I'll show you what I did here. So the first slide is basically like an intro, and I'm going to be addressing the class, explaining why we're doing what we're doing. Then I'm going to break them into groups of two because there's 8 other people in my ICE class. They're going to be in groups of 2, analyzing a piece of media and basically reflecting on that piece of media from their lens as Americans and as people, and also analyzing kind of what it means today. And they're distinctly American moments and examinations. This is Jimi Hendrix performing the national anthem on electric guitar at the Woodstock Festival. Then I have Ken Burns' 5-minute introduction to his epic Civil War documentary. Then I have a brilliant contemporary poem by Joshua Bennett called America Will Be. And then I have a scene from Gangs of New York, the Martin Scorsese film portraying the Irish arriving in the country. And then we have an exit ticket. Now, let me go through here and show you how Pear Deck became a factor in each of these slides. So on the Jimi Hendrix video, I posited a multiple choice to hopefully facilitate larger conversation. Is there a right way or wrong way to honor our national anthem? Yes, no, or I'm not sure. And from there, hopefully, they branch into a bigger discussion. The Civil War, I say, if you could put a number value between 1 and 10 on the relevance of the Civil War to modern American life, what would that be? And the America Will Be poem, I read the poem. So if a student would prefer America Will Be, yes, by Joshua Bennett. There you go. If a student would prefer to hear it opposed to just read it, they have that option. And the Irish Patty's Lamentation, I provided a portal, a web portal, to learn more about Irish immigration to America, which is obviously always relevant when we're talking about immigration, but that's so far away at this point, 1846, that it might not help. It might help to have a little more background on it. Then the exit ticket, they're recalling something that happened to them personally through a book, film, or song that kind of gave them a wider awareness of their identity and a conception of themselves as American. So I want to show you this other cool thing that happens where in the teacher mode, you're awaiting the response from the student on the multiple choice, for instance, and that's the multiple choice slide. And then, so you get that response. No, the national anthem is just a song that is open to interpretation, like any song. And then what happens is that gets patched in and here, and you see that response in real time come through. Unfortunately, it's not doing it right now, but that's basically how it works. I'm waiting for responses right there, and then it comes in. I'm not sure, and it's interactive. So you, as a teacher, you're not having a call on them regarding these. The negatives or the drawbacks to this. Okay, the main part of the lesson is that it's a kind of oral presentation, an oral share out that should become a class conversation. The Pear Deck stuff is kind of meant to facilitate and get them into the lesson. What could happen is that they get distracted and end up just talking about their answer to this multiple choice question. That would be something you have to be leery of as a teacher. Same thing here. Are they going to take the conversation further, or are they simply just going to talk about what number they picked? And the America Will Be. I'm using the Pear Deck here, but is that going to be helpful to them? Or is it just going to waste time for them to kind of hear me reading the poem? Or are they going to get caught up reading the entire website? So there's always drawbacks to everything. This lesson as a whole reminded me of Vygotsky. And I really enjoyed putting it together because it's communal interaction.